So, ladies, what do we have here today?
Mm, 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 mm. Bite the bullet.
Podcast.
I don't think they're ready.
B.
I don't think they're ready. BTB. We
BTB
reach.
podcast.
We reach
Okay,
finally.
Mm.
The party start. I go start cheesing. My cheeks hurting. Jeez.
Oh, let's introduce ourselves.
Yes. It's Jojo Renee. You know,
Mm.
some of y'all know me. Some of y'all don't. You can get to know me.
That's the point. Well,
Yeah.
And,
Wait, I have to give a background.
nah, in an
Okay.
interview.
Okay, good.
It's all you guys know.
And it's me, Haley Leone. I feel like,
They done another thing.
other things that, but it's also like
Yeah,
us.
it's us.
But you're probably checking like who's down.
Yeah, there's a male voice in the background. Y'all probably wondering what's
Who
going
is that?
on.
Big
Who's
up
that?
yourself.
Big up man like Mando. Well, our sound engineer. AKA like
Okay, go ahead, mister. Turn it up.
You've been helping us. Big up yourself. We appreciate you
Thank you for having me.
behind the scenes.
Thank you
we
for
really
having me.
doing this.
Yo.
Mando.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sinking in. But what is Bite the Bullet?
What is
Let's
Bite the
get
Bullet?
into it.
Tell the people them.
Well, I think for us it was like we was talking about it. It started in 2021 when we was having our podcast on the phone.
I remember the day we talked. I was on my way to to prove to them that I get vaccinated in St. Martin.
Old times.
In Utrecht.
Yeah.
And you were just like, yo, our conversations.
Yeah. I was checking, like, I feel like other people need to hear this. Like, other people need to get on this. So that's how we started Bite the Bullet.
That's 2021.
Early 2021.
After summer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I'm trying not to cuss.
But it's
Something's
like
off.
7 seconds.
Is the 15 seconds?
We in like
I
a
think we
good.
passed them.
Yeah, man, we
but
good.
you know what it is? I also just really trying to be decent. 2023 resolution.
Why?
In a sense of like, I could say fuck after like every sentence, and I'm like, okay, no.
I don't
need to
feel
take
you
it
that
easy.
bad.
You're doing good so
Guys, the beginning when we was under the 15.
But I mean, like.
that was a struggle, but nah.
That's true.
We know
But I
how
mean,
to
like in
sing.
general, you're not
Yeah.
the kind of person that is like.
Nah. I mean, well. So we move.
No, but yeah. So we had a conversation. I think in the end of 2021, but we both was like, no.
There was a lot of factors.
Yeah. I feel like, we was just for the first time. I know you're kind of on my life at this point.
Yeah.
A big part of my life.
Big up Elisha.
Big up to your sister.
Yeah.
Face card never declined.
But
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was really young. But that was the first time like I had got to chill around you.
Yeah, we was catching vibes, and I'm mature now, guys. So we link. But yeah, and then we was checking out. Okay, no, we're gonna do Bite the Bullet, and we had the 3 names. So I was like, girl, we coming in guns blazing, so we might as well get a title.
But this is like almost a year later. Because this is like after summer of 2022.
Yeah, yo. But
But we doing this.
We doing this. So y'all can expect a lot of conversations, a lot of vibes, a lot of hard topics. We got Mando in the building to ask us some questions,
Sir.
So yeah, let me rewind back to when we was testing the mics. When we had that question.
Oh.
Okay.
We gotta bring that in.
Okay, cool. So yeah, my question to you guys was on a first date. Was it first date or was it just
was
generally speaking?
No,
I think
you
it
was
first
like,
date.
in a
I
general
was like,
sense,
I need
no?
to know which number the date was.
I said that?
Oh
no,
no,
you were just like, when I
asked.
take a girl on a date.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like I was just talking in a general sense, like
Mhm.
who do you guys expect? Well, do you guys as females expect the man to pay for the date?
So For me, is if you asking me on a date, you paying for the date in a sense. Like you taking me out. If say down the line, after like 3, 4 dates, cool. I check in like, let me take him out for some lunch or something. I gonna
Mhm.
call you up and be like, come, let's go here. Then I don't mind paying. But at the end of the day, I feel like in the beginning,
Mhm.
it's quite essential. I don't know if you agree.
I agree. Period. But I feel like I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it matters what you do on the first date, but also on the second date. Like, are you willing? Because I was having this conversation with my colleagues, too. And they was like, they don't ever go into the date, and me either. I don't think you either. Checking like, no matter what, I'm not pulling out my pocket because what if he really be there?
That's what my
Like
question pretty much
what if
is.
he
Yeah.
really at that in that spot, like the waiter come and they
Yeah.
like how and he like split it.
What? I
Yo.
gone. Do you?
I
Sorry,
gotta use
but
the restroom real quick.
How you mean?
I don't know. For me, it's like it's a deep one because now it's become a conversation. I used to never think about this in a sense. Like if man take me
Mm.
out, they usually pay, but now everybody want to talk about it, and now it's a discussion. I
Sure.
understand you have like the equality and all of that stuff, but for me, it's like there's science behind it, guys. I'm so serious. There's science. Like we are made up of
I
chemicals,
want to
and you
hear
have
this.
get ready. I don't know, like all the facts. Y'all can fact check me. Google is readily available,
Mm.
but we made up of chemicals, and they're like the love hormones. You know,
Mhm.
oxytocin,
Mm-hmm.
but there's also vasopressin. And guys are more like sensitive to vasopressin, and girls are more sensitive to oxytocin. And it comes from like dopamine parts or whatever. With guys, the vasopressin is triggered by like doing stuff. You know, that whole chivalry, whatever, when they went hunting or
Mm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is like you enjoy just doing things or being a protector or
A
whatever,
provider.
you know.
Yeah.
And with women, we enjoy receiving and loving and providing that nurturing aspect of everything. So it's like there's science behind
I
it.
think I
We're
have a
not
lot
just
of
talking
vasopressin.
So the
shit.
science says
Science says
men
pay for
gotta
my
pay for the
date.
first date. Okay, cool. Is that?
Like, yeah, for me, it's levels to it. But there's science. Just saying. If you want to argue,
You feel like you have a lot of vasopressin?
Who, me?
Yeah.
you probably never heard about that
I
before
never
today.
heard about that in my life, so I can't even answer that question straight. But I'll tell you one thing though. For me, I don't really think to have whoever I bring on a date pay because I
Mm.
always walk prepared to pay for,
You shouldn't be
everything.
asking a girl out on a date if you can't pay
Period.
for the
Yeah.
date.
Period. Yeah.
Simple.
Facts.
Mm.
That's a proper point.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's good to get that perspective from y'all
And
for
you
sure.
know,
Yeah, for sure.
like I feel like what you say, it makes sense. If you asking a girl out on a date, you should be in a position to. If you go into a
Mm.
pool, you should be in a position to get wet. Like I feel like it's the
To go
same
to
with
the
a
deep end,
date.
right?
Exact. So come correct or
Can
don't
I
come
come
at
to that?
all. Yo.
Sorry?
I was gonna say you can't come too loud.
And
If you
don't
can't,
expect for you to get wet.
tell them
You
ahead.
will get.
Don't.
Yo.
Guys, just so you can know, I'm itching to do these sound effects real quick.
But I'm like, nah, don't.
Not today.
We
not
don't
today.
want to overdo. We
Not
just
today.
start. We just reached.
We're
We
just
gotta.
getting into this, right?
We could be a bit extra.
But when I was asking like what number of date it is, was because like I don't mind, like let's say I really like this person.
Yeah.
I don't mind if like by date 3 or 4. It's like I you're talking like
Nah.
that's a little early. Ooh,
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I just checking like by 3-4 though. I don't mind 3-4 because I sorry. Not much people just get it to 2.
Yeah.
So like
Big facts.
if we really get to 3-4, I don't mind. Like I would split it now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Or you find us too late?
No, I mean not everybody's different.
for
And
me, I wouldn't
it
split.
depends how the first couple dates go either way.
But for me, I wouldn't split. I would do it in a sense of like, like say we at a club, I buy you a drink.
Mm-hmm.
I know the next drink I gonna get. So something like that, where if we reach to a point where we're on the 4th date, I'm sorry, but we probably getting serious in a bit. I don't know how soon it is to get serious, but I invested my time in you. That's a bit
Yeah,
much for me.
yeah.
So I like you now. So it's a matter of, okay, he took me out so much. Now I going to kind of,
Return the
the
favor.
splitting thing for me is not, I'm not going to split the bill. It's either you pay now, I pay next, or,
Oh,
Okay, cool, like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
like the whole
that's another cool
splitting.
or
philosophy.
you
though.
feel like, but a lot of people are split though. But you feel like, oh,
Yeah.
that's more like a relationship thing.
I feel like it's whatever you like. For
Yeah,
me, I feel
everybody's
like some
different.
people put a ketchup and mayo on top of the fries, which I can't stand, and some people put it on the side. So if you good with splitting, then that works for you. For me, what works for me is paying the full, and then you pick up the next one. And then we
Or
Gucci.
that.
We in
Yeah.
Holland, but we ain't Dutch.
But how you would feel though? I have a question. How you
About
would
what?
feel if let's say it's the first date and a girl checking like, I got it.
For
True.
me,
Yeah.
shit. I'd try to pay first to see how serious she is.
Yeah.
So I mean, you gonna take it on?
I'd be like, I'm not gonna be
Sure,
like,
why
shit,
not?
go ahead. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd still offer to pay at least a couple times. And if she's
oh, so you
serious,
mean like you're really not gonna let her without
pay the
like,
whole thing first time. I mean, I honestly don't mind by checking like a lot.
What if she
I
asks you
can
out?
splurge a little bit. Yeah, she asked me out. Like I said, I always walk to pay for the both of us or whatever, but
But would y'all like lose?
shit.
Like, you ever had it? Like, have you ever had a female pay for you? And would you feel like maybe you
Yes.
were less interested in the female that paid for you than the one you paid
Not
for?
not necessarily, because like I said, I would still try to pay regardless of the situation. So I don't really see it. I mean, it's a plus for sure, but like I don't
Saving
really
money.
see it. I don't really see it like as a plus or minus, I guess, because it's a situational thing.
Okay. Now I have a question. I don't know how I'm going to word it, but guys, however it lands, it lands. If say you was planning to go further with a female, you checking like you pay, so you gotta get some nookie. Cause a lot of man them
Some
think
wow
like
and
that.
crab.
You and wow crab.
Some wow crab. Yeah.
A lot of man that
I
think
really
like that.
Some
convinced
wild
you
crab.
went wow crap. Really.
Yo,
Nah,
these
but
man
look,
got
real
endorsed
talk
you.
though. No, look, because if
Wait, I ain't
there's-
finished though.
Okay, yeah, ask your
So
question. Yeah, ask
you
your
take her
question.
out, you pay and everything, and your intentions is but now you're checking like, would you feel less? I don't know. Like, say if she paid the bill, would you still feel like she owe you the nookie?
That
This is a good
Which number
question.
did?
Okay, look, but the thing is, like, how would you guys expect me to take that though? You know what I mean? Like, she's paying for the date. If the date went well, like that's still good indication, no?
No, you mean if he pay and still
No, if she pay, because I feel like a lot of men them feel like because they taking girls out, they owe them something in a sense.
I mean, yeah, it depends what you do.
But now, if she took you out, technically,
to a wow crowd,
you and this wow
no,
crab.
I'm asking.
So, ladies, for notes in the future, take him to Wild Crab because obviously Mando.
And the thing is, I don't even like seafood like that. But
so what it is?
no, but it's just who's the big chef guy who owns it or whatever. It's exclusive. You got to reserve or something.
Who owns it?
What Wild Crab you going to?
Then huh?
Yeah, there's a new one in the start.
Yeah, but I mean, who own it?
I don't even know who own it.
Some big chef. That's all.
I just care what was on my plate.
They Dutch?
No, I think he's like an American.
Oh,
Like,
this
it's
is
a
an American
franchise.
franchise.
Yeah.
I didn't ever hear of Wild Crab.
I don't do like sea. I mean, I'm curious to try them, but I'm not big on like seafood boiled type of things. I like shrimp and them type of things, but
Why the cracking of everything?
nah, I don't know. I really can't. I still gotta try it out, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you ain't even been
To a seafood boil? No.
I'm telling you, this is his dream.
But I think you just.
That's why
so
it's
I'm
the
waiting for
perfect
somebody
first
to
date.
come scoop me up, spoil me,
Take you to
and
Wild Crab.
crab me up. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, if she pays, I won't feel like less inclined unless she's like trying to play it off like I couldn't pay for it, but that's not the case. Yeah, you know.
I get you.
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, I don't know. I just to be clear, like Mando is here.
Yeah.
But what I had really like, and I didn't even know it was gonna go that way, but what I had really like is that like the question you asked, the conversation was like such a conversation.
Yeah.
It had make, I don't know, for me, it had made me realize like how much I actually had to value the male's perspective when we was like testing.
When we were testing the microphone and
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it's true. Because I feel like even starting a podcast, having two females, even what we want to do, we want to hold not only men accountable, but ourselves accountable.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's important to get our perspective because we can't see certain things. Y'all could see things that we can't see just as we could see things that y'all can't see. So I feel like to kind of just spread that awareness, self-awareness, and self-accountability, hopefully everybody could jump on the wave because I think it's necessary. Yeah.
Was necessary, exactly.
To reflect without feeling like you less than, in a sense. Like I feel like with the conversations that need to be had now, you have the female perspective on things and you have the male perspective, but we can't talk about it openly as we should, I feel. Because if I speak on my perspective, it feels, you would feel like yawn is like, I don't know, not being diminished, but oh, this is important and this is how I feel. And then your automatic response, usually as a female or male, would be like, yeah, but this is how I feel.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel it's been going. So,
but the reason is that like every and that's like look at it from every, I guess, kind of group of people. That's the case when like white people and black people trying to talk to each other. It's like, this is racism, and they're like, but this is what it is for me. Or I can't really understand what you're saying. And then like that's how it is even within black people. That's like, for example, like colorism that has happened a lot. You have that with like this now too with men. Like, but I feel like that's the, after racism, that's the worst. Like men and women, men and women trying to talk to each other and like actually understand each other.
Yeah.
I feel like those conversations, and
they don't go well a lot.
No, and they need to be had. Like, really honestly, because you know what it is, we just digressing. Honestly, like if you look at a market now in regards to how man them treat women and how women like go about situations, is wild. It is wild. And I feel like the problem is people just talking less because now you have the outlets like social media and stuff. If we had an argument, say like 5 years ago or something, that was BBM days. That's when I go put my profile picture black and you go see a period on my status.
Take off the status.
Yo, that's all you could be able to do. But at the end of the day,
I see you running music.
Yo,
One Wish from
I'll put down
like,
do not disturb. But like them days, that's all you could have do. You checking like all I could do is do this and get a reaction. Sometimes you ain't get a reaction, but that's it. And then you had to face yourself to a level. So you have that level of like, yo, this is how I feeling. I could address it and you know. But now, if you get upset, if we argue, you checking like, yo, let me go on my phone, let me check Instagram, TikTok, or something like that. So you could just distract yourself. So nobody really addressing anything.
True. But you feel like anybody used to ever address anything? Like putting up the black...
no, back then it was still bad.
Yeah, putting up the black picture and putting the dot is still not communicating to me.
No, but I mean address it in yourself, not like with the other party, but more like be more with your thoughts rather than external stimulation. That's what I mean. Like, so if say there was an issue, say I just really get upset because somebody do me bad, like I find out somebody talk behind my back, it's like I had to sit down with those feelings more. Because I wouldn't have so many things that could distract me. Like, you could go outside and play. You could do this. But I feel like now there's a level of like, if I speak to somebody on something and it gets heated or whatever, after the fact, they would have that less, like, there's less of that moment where they sit down and think about or reflect on it. Because now they could just distract themselves. Like, before, you could distract yourself, but now I find it's much easier. So the conversations,
social media got a lot of them subliminal posts that make shit relevant.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
So once that happens, it's a wrap with that.
That is one of people really distracting themselves. So is that? But I feel like social media is the front. Like people could be there acting like they're distracting themselves and like they live in life.
Yeah.
Big facts.
But really and truly,
it's a lie.
Like they are thinking about it. So I don't know.
There's levels to it.
But I feel like when I really think about it, like what we talking about with like men and women talking to each other, I trying to think like our parents' generation. If I don't even think they used to communicate with each other either. Like, then they had no BBS.
Yo, my father used to go in the car and play jazz. Like, when they would argue or some shit, that's how they communicated. That's a lack of communication that they had. My father, there was beef. If you hear jazz playing loud in the garage, yeah. That's how they cope. But it's nice. Like, imagine you have an argument with a guy, now you go listen to Amapiano. I gonna come in and we gonna solve the problem.
That make me sad.
We gonna solve the problem. But I think jazz.
I feel like,
yep. Let's do this. Click the neck. But no, I mean, like, I think for my father, jazz was like something that would lift him up after, like, you're under stress. So jazz, I feel like
struggle music.
Hey, it's productive coping with what you just dealt with in a sense.
But then they would talk about it after you come out the car, take out
a little healthy, go cool off, and then come back. I think back then too, people used to leave and then come back and then like, yo, let's talk about it. You know, like if you argue, you see the movies where they leave, slam the door, they go for a walk, you know, let it out. And then they come back and be like, yeah, I cooked for you. Come, go eat.
True.
You know?
But I feel like me and you very similar in the sense we both grew up with both parents in the house.
Yeah.
So you have an actual example of a man and a woman, how they were communicating with each other. I also had that too. I don't know if jazz music was the thing. I feel like...
Everybody have their way.
I don't even know. They just used to communicate. Like, yeah. Yeah. Maybe some screaming, but like...
Yeah, that's part of it.
But yeah, they used to communicate. So I feel like we grew up with a view of like, or like a picture of how men and women just communicate with each other at an older age, I guess. But I don't know if you did.
No, I think about those things a little differently because times were so different when they were our age and meeting each other. So like social media didn't even exist. And like they really got time to connect with people like in the person, in the flesh. So whether the fights are there or whatever, they know that bond and loyalty connection is there regardless. So like whether they go, come back, fight, whatever, that's why they have them kind of relationships like that. But now it's kind of different. Everybody's set on trends and
plus social media kind of gives that open access where it's like everybody's replaceable now. I feel like in people's minds, it's like, say you had one supermarket and you checking like, okay, we all value or whatever this one supermarket, but now you have it everywhere. So if they don't have eggs, you ain't gonna be checking like, I loyal to you. I only gonna buy eggs from you. I can wait till you get your eggs. You checking like they got 5 other supermarkets with eggs up the road. So you going, when they don't got eggs, you checking like, let me go get the eggs from the other supermarket, from Tom's shop or some shit. So it's like, it's the same thing with social media. I find you have a proper situation going on, but they have a bump in the road where it's like not everybody operating at peak, all the time. And you realize, yo, these eggs ain't arrived yet. So let me go check on Instagram. You know what they're saying, what the hand's saying. So it's like that accessibility to just
anything wasn't there before. But even so, we were having a funny conversation the other day. And my friend was saying, like, back in the day, you could just send a text and FaceTime call to the point where it's annoying and thing. But back in the day, like, you used to send letters and whatnot and just have to sit with that angry or happy, but you still, you know what I mean? That's the type of thing you really stuck there. So it's like...
like my parents, that's how they used to communicate.
They send
letters?
Yeah, because... Yeah, my father was in Belize and she was in St. Martin, my mother. So
that is so cute.
Let me write a letter and send her in the
but like with a picture.
When I think about that, I find out why. Because I could, in this day and age, I cannot imagine like waiting
months for just a word on how your day was.
I wonder if it would take months. I don't know if you're talking Columbus.
I don't know. Yeah. But like, I never sent a mail before, so I don't know how long it's gonna take for that to happen.
Yeah. But Nowadays, we just get upset if man take an hour. No, I don't mean
Yo!
that
See what I'm
personally. I really
saying?
don't get upset for more. But I mean, like, a
No,
lot
but
of
for
people just
real.
get
Like
upset
phone
if man
calls.
take
Yeah.
an hour
To answer back.
to answer back.
Even if they read it, some people have to wait months to read the letter. You upset because he read it?
And what if your handwriting was chicken scratch?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Be
It's
for
like,
real.
I can't even text and say what you had mean. What you had
Yo.
mean in a second, because I
Literally.
ain't understand what you write there.
You just had to sit with her. Like, yo, this is nah.
I just think about it a lot. It's like, that's wild that they did that, because I wouldn't.
But I feel like it benefited them. So like the delay in the reception of the message did not benefit anybody. But in terms of you communicate better when you write, as in when you really put your thoughts. I feel like, yes, you texting, so you got put, but writing hits. You know, I love to journal.
Yeah, you do.
So you know I'm gonna advocate for the writers. Writing hits different when you able to just see. Anyways, moving on. So that on top of the fact that they actually communicated with people on a day-to-day, I feel like added to that in a sense of you get that social intelligence that people also lose. And that's why man them don't, let me not only come for the man them. People don't express their feelings
Thank you.
as much because now
Nowadays, you mean?
Yeah, or to a level because they feel like that level of social intelligence, or I don't know, just being able to be open verbally and not on your phone is depleting, but people not realizing it. And it's like that's something where it's like it takes years to realize. It's not something you're gonna see on set, but over time it's gonna be a problem.
It's also like how nowadays they say like children motor skills, like your motor skills to actually write helps your brain.
Exactly.
And that's part of the reason why like our brains out here depleting.
It's fine.
Because we just hear in that. It like even and I one of them. Because the amount of times I just pick up my phone on a day.
We're not out here saying we don't do that. Let me get one thing straight. But yeah.
No, but I think also too that is the reason why you don't think nowadays we're getting sick of each other faster.
Yeah.
Like I in contact with you. I have access to you all day, 24/7.
No, big facts. If you want to be clingy, you could be clingy. Back then, you couldn't be, like, you didn't have a choice in a sense. Give me my space.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Like, now everybody could be on to everybody. Wow.
Like, I just, no.
It makes sense.
But that's because, you know why I wear that? I the kind of friend, like, I might take a while to answer the phone. I might watch the phone ring. And dance to the ringtone.
You know.
And I feel like, you know, I had a time I used to really feel like, am I the problem? Like,
yeah.
But then I think about it, I was like, yeah, but how my mother them used to do that? Like how you used to have to wait, you had to dial the number. Let me check my phone book. Like, just the different things.
Make sure everybody off the internet.
Access
yeah,
to people. And I feel like that's really why we just out here, like, getting sick of each other, like, quick.
Are you sick of me?
No.
I forget you. Of course not.
But I mean, also, like, even relationships.
It's facts. It is facts, though. I don't know. But I feel like that's why it is also important nowadays how everybody want to be half and half. That people finally starting to realize you gotta be whole and whole. In a sense of like, our parents they had their own lives. You know, when you meet somebody, it's like, you're not depending on that external. Well, okay, you meet somebody, you fall in love, and then you want to spend time with them, of course. Hello, the oxytocin is high. But I feel like then they still had that level of like, I'm going to work. We ain't have iMessage and thing like that. So when I go to work, we not talking. I'm at work. You doing your thing. True. And then you start to miss each other. Now I could be texting you on your break like, oh, babe, how's it going?
True.
And it's live that level.
Live updates.
I can even send you my live location. Like, if you want to FaceTime me, you could see me while I work. Like,
even like, you know, live location. That's wild. I just think about that.
That's creepy. Even a Snapchat thing. Guys, I find it so wild that people just have their location on Snap.
I find that wild.
You know how crazy that is. People are scary. And you just out here posting your whatever emoji.
I remember when I first come on, like one time, that's one of the things like you just take off. And they didn't even ask your permission. Snapchat didn't even ask our permission. It was just automatically on.
Yeah.
When that had come out, it was automatically on, and
I don't
you
know.
had
I don't
to
use Snap.
you like if you didn't
Snap
even
used
know
to
that
say.
was a feature that came out.
Your
That
location
was
just
your
exposed.
people used to just know where you was at.
They know if you're listening to music. They know if you're driving a car.
no?
But somebody had me freaked out because I had some. I don't use Snap like I don't use Snap now, but I just let people send me stuff on Snap, and sometimes I check it and I see somebody just in the ocean for time. They wasn't on our boat. They were just in the ocean because it was days. And I'm like, yo, is Snap spazzing or is this? But I didn't know them like that. I should have messaged them.
Like how bad? Like in between Stable and St.
Nah,
Martin? I'm
like Bermuda Triangle size. I don't know geography, so I don't even know where it was. But it wasn't. It didn't make logical sense. Nah.
And what happened? Oh,
I don't know them, so I just was like, okay, cool, do your thing. I mind my business.
Johnny, what do you mean you didn't check up on the person?
No. If you died, like your phone wouldn't be. Guys, should I check up on? That's not my problem. Don't be posting your location in the first place. Like,
but maybe it was. I swear to you.
What if they was SOSing me from Snapchat? Checking like save me. Nah.
And nobody can save the person.
You get sharp.
Oh my god!
Now I really think about it though. Like,
because you said the person scare you, but then you didn't check.
Because I didn't know them. It's not my business. That's your business what you do in the water. Like, what am I going to do? Send a lifeguard? Oh, I could. Oh well. They get sharp now. It's like a year later. What are you doing if you suffering with your phone messaging on Snapchat?
I mean, like, just message them and see if it deliver or they answer.
Guys, let's move on. Imagine this person listened to the episode like that was me and she could have saved me from hypothermia.
Oh my god. I thought you was trying to say like you was going to end up telling me like the person just they scare you. And then,
no,
like,
that was it, guys.
I thought they scare you because like they were trying to scare you. And then like days later they tell you, oh no, I was just on a cruise or some shit.
Okay, for one, I don't know how they would do that. Wait, oh no, I just thought they was on the ocean. I didn't care. I didn't know them. You know when you just have random
really
people.
Intrigued
yeah, you invested.
You start off with like this person's scared.
I should have remembered their Snapchat name. No, but it's like, you know when a bunch of random people add you? It was just a random person. I know you on the ocean. Snap was already wild to me. So I was like, that's not my business. Like, do your thing.
Okay, I feel y'all.
Yeah, y'all. Maybe I should message them.
Nah, it's okay.
But how we even get here?
Yeah.
Fuck true.
No, we was talking about like man and woman communicating, and then like social media.
Wow.
I'm really proud of myself that I remember.
Sheesh.
Lately,
guys,
it's been a different story.
Yo, that was a whole different room.
Nah, but I was just remember I was saying that we just nowadays I just think that's why we stick up each other, but I don't know. See, I can't remember you. I don't remembering things lately.
I'm just still at a loss of how we ended up at a random person on the ocean.
I'm not gonna get into it again because I was really intrigued by it.
Let's keep it moving. But yeah.
But you had something you wanted to ask me or something you wanted to say.
Mm-hmm. When I was in the kitchen.
Yeah, you don't remember what I talking about.
The whole January being like a free trial thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, for me, I don't know. I was seeing people post it and the people who was posting it was captioning it like, okay, yeah, now I'm ready. And they were saying like, Happy New Year. So I feel like, okay, are you on the same vibe where it's like the year just start? Or you...
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna toot my own horn.
Toot it.
I feel like the shit I've been on now, I've been on the shit from last year. Like, I feel like I end my year on a good note. I really, you know, I've been on the workout shit. I've been on my healthy journey. But now I feel like I lose the weight. Now I'm just trying to, you know, the muscles.
I seen you.
I've been on that since the beginning of, I guess, after we come back from London. Yeah, it was right after we come back from London. I was like, it's time. And I feel like that's one thing I've been keeping up with. I feel like I even start off the year because, like, with my job, if you don't be on top of stuff, the things just pile
on top of you.
up. And
yeah,
the job itself is already so overwhelming. So then to also have like the administrative side of it to be overwhelming, I was like, I'm not starting my year like that. So from the beginning,
the meninging,
I've been on it. So I get what some people mean, because I had years where it's like, January come, and then January come.
Facts.
And then it's like, January came.
In your ass.
And then it's like, you didn't do nothing you say you was going to do, and then you start with February. And then for me, my birthday is in March. I just think on that. Then I just lose track of everything. But I feel like I'm very much in a place right now in my life where I have to stay on top of it, because then I starting to feel like I losing myself.
Facts.
So I don't know. And the 30s.
Girl.
I think for me too, because my birthday is on the beginning of the year, I'd just be like, oh shit. Especially after 25, I was like,
don't tell me that I just made 25.
That's true.
We just reached. Let me let it sink in first. Bye. I need to find a vampire.
No, I feel like after 25, I was definitely like, I don't know. I feel it more so now though, which is 27. What, like, fuck.
You feel old though. I feel like 27 is not old.
Age is just
motherfucking number.
Exactly.
It's fact.
But also, time is relative. I feel like age is also relative. Like, it's in the heart and your spirit. Because I feel like my mother don't ask stuff like act her age, or a lot of older people, even like at work, I don't feel like they act their age. So I don't ever feel like age is the thing. I just feel like I always have this thing of like, I don't know how much time I have left. And God,
it's fine.
God bless us all. Please stay with us always.
By the way, if you're going, God will be checking like, are you on your own?
What do you mean? Is that bad?
Nah. Bye. You see, every time somebody posts something with a Florida man or something like that, you're checking like, what is going on, guys?
He probably checking he got abandoned ship. He leave Earth. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe he abandoned ship, leave Earth long time, and this man they're chilling in Mars.
Yo, Hitty. I like scratch drinking a martini.
Nigga, nobody has to stress me.
No,
and that's why we've been going this way.
Nah, man. It's not that bad though.
Now I forgot what I was saying though.
About age and it being relative.
Oh yeah, like I don't know. It's more so this thing of like, I don't know how much time. I said another just be like, I accomplished or done what I said I was gonna do. Because I journal too sometimes, but I don't journal as consistent as you. But sometimes I like I have this journal I have right now, and I buy it the day Kobe Bryant died. And I write that down in the beginning. Because that was your
first entry.
Yeah, but it was just I don't know, like a lot of, not much celebrities that just get to me, but like, I feel like if it's one basketball player we all grew up seeing was him, and I feel like just the way it happened. So I journal about that.
Yeah.
And how that made me feel. And then so like, that's the journal I have now, and then like, I have like months apart. And then it's like to go back and be like, you still was wishing for this in 2020 and you went to that shit yet.
But no, but when you think about it too though, it's levels to it. I feel like now there's a culture of like rushing your goals. I don't know if you feel like that. I feel like that's why everybody feels so overwhelmed, or even feel like January was a free trial. I think we could be putting in like similar effort to before. At the end of the day, some people really lapse in. Big up Mando, doubters ain't about us.
Can we get that back in there one more time, please?
Doubters ain't abouters.
Say that yourself. Say it.
Yo.
Doubters are not about us.
Okay, good. Yo. But in the sense of like, you see people on Instagram pushing, well, it also depends on who you follow. I speaking off from like my Instagram and what I see. But just people pushing this whole narrative of like, taking trips, going to expensive. I ain't gonna lie, I just be taking trips, going out and stuff.
You're living your life.
No, but also doing stuff where it's like they're accomplishing things, and like how people say, you're going to post the good stuff. You're not gonna be out here with an empty plate and post that empty plate. You're gonna post a plate of food you just get from the waiter. So it's like, I feel like some people more and more seeing this and they feel like they need to rush. Because I could say for myself, I was one of them. I felt like even though I was like let's say after my studies, I graduated when I was 22. Even though
Mm-hmm.
I was 22, in my head thinking, yeah, I'm still young. I just seeing people doing big things, and I need to
Mm.
be doing that.
True.
Where it's like you get more overwhelmed because you have that anxiety of like, okay, when is this gonna happen?
Yeah,
And then
but but what's big things to you?
yeah, like starting my business, for example.
Yeah.
Even starting that, before that, I was thinking like, yo, I need to start a business. Like,
Mm.
I need to get this going. But even becoming a digital nomad, like
Mm.
doing a thing where you're working remote and you're just traveling, or becoming an influencer,
Yeah.
it's so many different. Like they had a study where they asked kids what they want to be in Asia, and they asked kids what they want to be in the States. And the ones in Asia were saying like astronauts and whatnot. I need to check it. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
the exact facts. But then the ones in the States were saying like influencers and stuff like that. Like
How much? Astronaut is gonna. Sorry, but
how much did it mean?
like an astronaut. Like who wants?
For sure, what's an astronaut salary? I'm curious. We gonna Google this. We gonna Google this. But yeah, it's a lot of things where everybody just now living in this whole bubble of social media, but real life is there. However, that balance is not there. Where it's like I'm just looking at what I'm seeing in the morning when I wake up, which is this person showing that they just got a new job or a new promotion, and I'm still here.
Yeah.
But it's like you going to get where you need to get, but you just gotta take one step. Just because this person took 50 steps a year ago,
Yeah.
that don't mean you can't take that one step today.
I feel like a lot of people struggle to take the step though. A lot of people
Yeah.
still sitting down.
But I feel like they're struggling more now because they're so overwhelmed by the fact that there's so much to be done, but there really isn't. There's something to be done. Figure that out and start it.
Yeah, but I feel like even like saying a lot of people, but even myself, like the same thing. Like you do
Girl,
that since
all of us-
2020. It's like, but why though? Why?
It's facts. Because
I
we
get
are
it.
procrastinators. You're not gonna have the science behind it. But yeah, it's guys.
Tell them the facts.
Like your brain is there to make you feel comfortable. Like you are made, your body makeup and everything. That's why even sometimes, like say when you have a really bad accident or something, your brain will black out because it's kind of protecting you. In terms of like how you go about your day-to-day life, the same thing. You have your brain, your subconscious and all of that. Where it's like you're not gonna think every day to take the left foot and then the right foot and then the left foot and the right foot. It's gonna program that for you. And it's comfortable. You are comfortable going in the morning, brushing your teeth with your left hand because you do it with your left hand. So it's like when it comes to daily activities that's more elevated from that, where it's like you used to waking up chilling in bed because it's comfy and doing your breakfast, da 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 da. But when you put in one new system, it's like now you're checking like you want to create a whole morning routine. So you're doing the skincare, you're doing yoga, you're doing the gym, you're doing the supermarket. But that's too much where it's like your brain now have to think left foot, right foot, jump, skip, hop, roll.
Yeah.
Duck. So it's just overwhelming. So I feel like with a goal catching like culture, you can do something, but the fact that everybody's seeing so many things to do, like so many people making or posting things in different environments, in different industries, in different makeup, and you're checking like now you gotta add in the yoga, the gym, the supermarket. So you literally gotta think, okay, like for example, I see this girl traveling, just tackle that. But people want to tackle the traveling and everything else that comes with it.
Yeah.
But it's not even that they know they want to. It's just all the stimulation. So it's overwhelming. So it could be done, but I feel like now it's harder because there's so many things that you think that you need to do.
But you feel like you had that? Because I feel like what I was saying just now with like feeling like I don't have that much time. Oh, you don't know. But I was trying to say that for me it's a thing of like I don't know how long God going to grant me.
Yeah.
But I feel like what you talking about, I feel like I definitely had that like before when I used to post, when everybody and I used to be online a lot. Like when I used to post way more content and like trying to do that. But it's like, what else I want to do? What else? But I feel like I definitely grew out of that. And it's definitely a thing of like just figuring out what I want to do that's going to keep me like happy essentially every day. And for the rest of my life.
It's fine.
That I'm gonna benefit from. For the pockets too, though.
It's fine. It's like it's levels to it, but I feel like everybody finding their way with that. Because I grew out of it.
Also, you had it.
Yeah, girl. I wanted to do 10,000 things at one time. I still do, but now I know I going to do them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's not that procrastination coming from an overwhelming feeling, because the overwhelming feeling is not there.
Mm-hmm.
The overwhelming feeling is a positive one, let's say. It's not an overwhelming feeling of, oh my gosh, I have to do this, and this. Yes, it's there, but it's not, I have to. It's, oh my gosh, I get to do this, and this.
True.
Like, all the opportunities I have going for me that I set in place, even going to the gym is like, nah.
Yeah.
I get to do this.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something that I'm scared of or like I'm reluctant.
I think a big part of that is being like grateful though, because I feel like we just sit there looking at like, okay, what I want, like you're not where you want to be, of course. Everybody not where they want to be. Everybody's a work in progress. But like I just have that moment a lot. Like I just say like, like sometimes even sitting on hill. Like I had days where I used to be like, when I gonna find a house,
girl?
Or like,
but even when you're younger, you thinking you're gonna have a house by 25.
Yeah.
Husband, child, dog.
Not even 25. Like I remember I used to really be thinking by 25 I don't have the kids. You remember?
I don't push out the child.
Like you used to really think that way. I was like, I ain't even paid due off yet, and it's 25.
It's
like life is really hit at a certain point, but then it's just still like, okay, but I did do this. And I do have this. And, you know, all that I took to get me there, even the process, I just be grateful for, because the person I am today.
Okay. Say it with your chest.
I love myself.
Okay, good. Like, Thank really you. Say it for the people in the back.
I really like, you should do that shit because I feel like I deserve it.
Okay, good. I cannot.
I feel like, you know, but I know it took a lot, but I'm grateful for that.
Exactly.
And what I have and the people I have around me, you know, like that's where I find the pleasures.
And that's what people need to realize, where it's like, it's not a destination. The destination is your grave, or if you want to get cremated, spread across the ocean, that's your destination. But people so focus on that with everything that they attach to these outcomes, where it's like, it's the process. You miss the process when you so focus on what's at the end of the tunnel. It's like, once you walk into the tunnel, you're going to see the pretty drawings on the wall. You know, you might...
I feel like we need to tell the people right now, one thing Jody is going to do.
Analogies all day. For real. Because I feel like the more you can relate it to a different image, people gonna pick it up.
Oh my God.
I think that's how I did so well in school, guys. I did an analogy for everything.
But they just catch me so God.
I know.
Dying.
I hope y'all ready. Because we even have a notes for all the analogies I did say. And we were so pissed because I would say them and we checking like, nah, we had to say this on the podcast.
Yo.
Ugh,
oh my God. Sorry. I feel like I sidetracked you.
Nah, you good.
Because you were talking about it as like the tunnel.
Yeah, the journey is about the journey. It's not about the destination. And that's something I come to terms with from last year, where even with people, it's like you experience so many things in life. And when you realizing what you're experiencing and how it just waters you, like say you're a plant, how it waters you and how you grow from every single droplet of water. You know how people that put banana peel in their plant and stuff, eggshells too. Just a tip, guys, if your plants are dying, put some eggshells. But stuff like that is all contributing to a journey. You know how in the Caribbean, that stupid orange vine that used to grow on the plants that used to kill them?
No.
Oh, guys,
but
in Sabre, we had these orange plant killers. You know, they always had like vines or something that would come on a passion fruit tree. Excuse me.
It's all right, girl.
Yeah, would come on like a passion fruit tree, and then it would start to like
kill it.
Somebody Google that. But anyways,
we still in the astronaut thing, but we could.
Right, you can fact check that if you want.
Yes, please. So, find the name of the plant, because I know my mother could tell me right now.
Okay, what were you asking about the plant? I was just going to tell you about the astronaut real quick.
Okay, so they got these plants, well, vines or whatever, that would come on our passion fruit tree, and it was bad for the passion fruit tree because it could like kill it. I don't know what they called, but anyways, back to the journey relation to this. Basically, on your journey, you would have those too, where it's like you could have these vines trying to crawl up to the flower, but it's what makes you stronger, because now you're checking like, okay, I've been through that. I know that's not going to happen to me again. Like, hello. And you could kind of moving off the plants, but relate it to future, like...
But even if it happened again.
yeah, you're gonna be stronger. Like you gonna have more flowers. So now we gotta catch more. Hello. Wait, but what's the astronaut
Um,
result?
it said somewhere anywhere between like 65 to 120K
per trip.
I know. I think that's their
Because how
annual
that does
salary.
work? Because I guess they just go work and have to prepare for the actual.
But you really
ascension.
risking your life or something. I don't know how
It just
safe
take at least a couple
astronauts.
years to train on these.
But they
Yeah.
getting paid to train. See, we getting, but like
I think so.
I think every single
so 65,000
got
per
guap.
year.
65 to 100 something thousand.
120.
Because a lot of people don't go to space anymore. I guess
True.
There's nobody in space. There's people in space, but like
I know you could pay to go to space though. You could pay to go to space.
Yeah, now I think so. Yeah.
But I wonder how much a trip costs.
I think it was 100 something. Yeah.
If it's that
No,
Richard
they
Branson
said
guy?
it somewhere. Like it's 100,000 something. Watch people Google how to become an astronaut. Like that's a dead dream. Maybe we're gonna bring it back.
What if people in China dreaming it?
Yo, bring Amapiano to the moon.
Yeah, true.
That's it.
But yeah, but that being said though, a big thing I know for both of us was that we started the podcast this year, and we've been from the start of the year, we've been on it.
Yeah,
just,
heavy.
We're here,
guys. We've been getting heavy. Like I don't know, just the preparation and everything.
It's okay. It's fine.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, I was saying something. The glass threw me off. No, you good. But I forget what I was saying before the glass.
We was talking about how like we say we was gonna start the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. No, but yeah, like in terms of like we was putting in a lot. Like the whole process of starting this podcast was already pushing our limits. For me, the big thing was like the design factor and just
big up your fucking self, please. Because I feel like you deserve your props. When we was brainstorming on the names, and I was like, I did not think you was going to ever Jody designed the cover art.
So real quick into my just real quick side note. But a whole like free trial thing. My trial done start last year and she was ready from like the end of the year because the things this been pushing my limits in terms of the design. Like I was saying, but guys, y'all don't know me like that. So to come on here and just be talking raw, because best believe this is the first episode. This was the warm up.
True.
Like
there's a lot to come.
Yeah, I feel like slowly the layers going to peel away, and it's just that whole experience, but the fear, but just the excitement, like embracing that and checking like we gonna be doing that while y'all kind of hopefully get more comfortable with yourselves. Because I know in terms of what I want to accomplish with this podcast, like I want people to realize we could relate in terms of we all think different. All three of us in this room could be thinking completely different, but at the end of the day, we could relate. You could come to a perspective that's completely elevated, changed, renewed. Amen. And I feel like that's what this podcast hopefully is going to do.
Yeah, and I feel like also we really want, because podcasting, we talked about earlier like how our brains depleting, but for me, podcast like been something in the past. I have a religious podcast I listen to that, like that really helped just me. Like while like cleaning, cooking, when I'm like, on my way to work, like just even, but then it really helped me navigate like adulthood and being a woman. And I hope this podcast helps. Like,
and for the man them, and for I gonna be on to you, and the girl trust and believe, but the girls them gonna get it too. And it's like I want y'all to realize just because we females and we get it on to whoever. We're not coming for you. Like, I'm here to give you constructive criticism. You don't have to take it, but just do some reflection. Hold yourself accountable just as we will do for ourselves and all the women out there. Like, I really want this to be a space where we're not here to attack. We're not here to argue. We're here to productively discuss. Amen. Like, we here. That's it. It's in the logo. If you look really deep, like, it's a little detail. But we just here. And I feel like if everybody kind of, like you say, even while you cleaning, while you doing whatever you're doing, just absorb some perspectives that could maybe help you, I don't know, see the world from a different place, see men from a different place, see women from a different place.
And yourself, most
and your damn self.
So yeah, this was the first episode.
Guys, this was episode numero uno. Cue the sound effects, yo.
And I know like this is the beginning, so I hope you enjoy also like, growing with us.
Yeah, and just realize we're going to come with some opinions. We're going to come with some hard conversations, but we all growing. Exactly. We're not coming here pristine, healed, and perfect because, like I said before, it's not a destination. It's a journey. Like, at the end of the day, we heal until the day we die.
Welcoming y'all into our world, the couch. And we hope y'all enjoy.
Ready. For sure. Big up man like Mando one more time. And see y'all bi-weekly on Tuesdays. Yes. It's Bite the Bullet podcast.
TB, make sure as this is the first podcast, I hope everybody share. Yeah. Give feedback if you
honestly,
want to.
Guys, give feedback. We here to grow.
Or if you want us to discuss something,
let us know.
We
have an email. Y'all, some of y'all know us personally, so
hit us up.
But yeah, see y'all next time. Bye. Are you ready? Guys,